All right, y'all. So we have a couple of things to talk about today, leading into tomorrow's game three of the Las Vegas Aces and the Phoenix Mercury. Before we get into all that tomorrow, let's talk about the stuff for today. We have some more Naphessa Collier news, and we also have some LeBron news that we need to get over and talk about today. So, that being said, not going to waste any of your guys' time. Let's get straight into it. So, we have MVP Kamala Harris and Naphessa Collier backstage at hashtag unreasonable conversation in LA. Naphessa Collier discusses the matter in conversation with former Vice President Kamala Harris in Los Angeles Monday evening. Naphessa Collier on why she made a statement criticizing WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert. So I guess we have part four of the WNBA versus the Commissioner Kathy Engelbert. So with that being said, let's get straight into it.
I am on the union for our CBA negotiations, like our collective bargaining negotiations for our league.
We need to get her a better microphone. But anyway,
So for so long, I felt like I saw what was going on behind closed doors. For so long, we tried to have these conversations and move the needle in those meetings that
or
we
they should have, I should say. Anyway,
negotiations for our league.
so this is past tense now.
And so for so long, I felt like I saw what was going on behind closed doors. For so long, we tried to have these conversations and move the needle in those meetings that we would have with the league, within our leadership. And I saw nothing was changing. Coaches, winning and losing alike, were complaining about the same things over and over again, players over and over again, and we weren't seeing a change that our leadership was trying to make. And I think I just got to the point where I was fed up. Yeah. And, you talked about this with me backstage, and it just resonated so much. It's just like whether I was going to get annihilated for this, or people are going to support me. I felt what I was doing was right. I felt like it needed to be said. So no matter the consequences, I felt like it was something that needed to be done.
All right. So we heard what she said. If you're new to the situation and you don't know what's going on, I'm gonna give you guys a quick recap or a refresher, whatever word you want to use, to get you guys up to date on how we got to this point. So this was, I believe, last week. The Minnesota Lynx had their exit interviews, as every team does when their season ends. Naphessa had hers, and she took a different approach. She decided to expose Kathy Engelbert for being shady, saying things of the nature of Kathy Engelbert does not care about players' health and safety. Dissed Caitlin Clark behind her back, saying that she should be grateful for the WNBA. Players that complain about refs and their calls are losers. And of course, the money situation, which we talked about during the All Star weekend, All Star break, right? Then Kathy responds by saying in her interview, I believe it was the next day on a Friday, she responded by saying there's some inaccuracy going on in her own words, stating that she cares about players' health and safety, that she does care, and that the refs are doing a poor job at their job, that she's going to do something about it. Then in part three, apparently there's supposed to be a meeting going on between Nafisa and the commissioner, Kathy Engelbert, but Nafisa canceled the meeting because, quote unquote, the relationship is beyond repair, or the relationship is now pushed beyond repair because the commissioner pretty much called Nafisa Collier a liar in front of everybody. And now we have this here with the Kamala Harris interview at Unreasonable Conversation. So, is there anything else that we need to look at before we get into any comments and then get into the LeBron situation?
I never
Let's see.
had planned to do that before. I am on the union for our CBA negotiations, like our collective bargaining negotiations for our league.
Okay, so this is just better audio of what we just seen.
And
We
so
just
for
watched.
so long, I felt like I saw what was going on behind closed doors. For so long, we tried to have these conversations and move the needle in those meetings that we would have with the league, within our leadership. And I saw nothing was changing. Coaches, winning and losing alike, were complaining about the same things over and over again, players over and over again, and we weren't seeing a change that our leadership was trying to make. And I think I just got to the point where I was fed up. Yeah. And you talked about this with me backstage, and it just resonated so much. It's just like whether I was going to get annihilated for this, or people are going to support me. I felt what I was doing was right. I felt like it needed to be said. So no matter the consequences, I felt like it was something that needed to be done.
Okay. And also to add on to what I was saying earlier, how we got to this point, the comments, a lot of people, including WNBA players, stood by Naphessa Collier's side by saying finally somebody stepped up and said something about it. And the other half sided with Kathy by saying Naphessa is a liar, she's a narcissist, and she has conflict of interest because Naphessa, if you guys don't know her and another WNBA player, Brianna Stewart, we call her Stewie, has their own league named Unrivaled, which is pretty interesting. It's a 3v3 basketball league. It's an alternative to where players either don't have to wait till next season or go overseas to continue to play basketball. They can play it Unrivaled during the off season. It's actually pretty cool. But again, a lot of people thought that Naphessa speaking up was a conflict of interest because she has her own basketball league that started last year. And I believe it starts again in January. So, again, I don't know whose side you guys is on. At least somebody said something. Because if everybody's saying the same thing, it gets to a point of, is it going to get fixed or not? Huh? Like, uh, Gershon Collier left, the man who negotiated the freedom of Sierra Leone in 1960. Really? Oh, so this is DNA. This runs in the genes. Instead enough for what's right. All right. Well, rarely we have seen a takedown of a league commissioner as calmly or effective or efficiently delivered. The fact that it came from the Fiscalier, one of the league's best players, most respected voices, only amplified its impact. That's facts. Because again, Naphessa Collier is not just a random basketball NPC WNBA player. This is top three player in the league. Depending on who you ask, it's top two. Depending on who you ask, she's the best player in the league. To each his own. So it is very interesting that we have uh, her grandfather in the '60s. Who is this? John F. Kennedy sitting out with John F. Kennedy having a conversation of freedom of Sierra Leone, and now his granddaughter speaking up for the rights in the WNBA. Learn something new every day. Wow. Anyway, again, whose side are you on in the situation? Are you team Naphessa Collier and the WNBA? Again, there's retired WNBA players that are speaking up about it. Specifically, Elena Deladon, who came out and said, "Does Kathy Engelbert even know that I'm still in the league? Does she know I'm retired?" Because she hasn't came and talked to me about anything either. So she's definitely Team Collier in the situation of players being hurt and the commissioner of the league not even showing any kind of sympathy or reaching out in a conversation with the player in need or the injured player that's going through some things. Um, anyway, let's keep going. She said, I've never shied away from tough situations, but unfortunately, the reality is she shied away from the tough conversations. Sinead on Kathy Engelbert leadership and response to Nafissa's comments.
She said never shied away from tough situations, but unfortunately, the reality is she shied away from tough conversations, which is a negotiation. In order to have a negotiation, you have to have conversations. And I think it's a
My fault. This says Kathy Engelbert speaks for the first time since Nafissa Collier's comments. WNBA and Players Association have until October 31st to agree to a new CBA. Agree on a new CBA. That is 2.5 weeks from now.
apparent, abundantly clear that there has been a great divide between the players
Yeah.
and our commissioner or the league office in order to have productive conversations. And now Nafissa's statement that she made in her exit interview is accountability. WNBA players never want to throw out all the smoke. They don't. They only do it when necessary. They're always strategic. They're always calculated. We talk about the t-shirts they wore at All-Star. That was a collective decision. These are members of the executive committee of the WNBPA making these statements. And obviously, they understand the magnitude of the moment. We're here at a WNBA Finals in an unprecedented year. These players are going to stand on business on the court, but most importantly, they're going to do what the W has always done. They're going to stand on business off the court and fight for what they believe they deserve. And I want people to understand because
This might be my last pause. Keyword might. But like I said, with the pay us what you owe us, as long as you play like a superstar, you deserve a few dollars. I mean, I can't hate on it. Alyssa Thomas, Angel Reese, all these players are all stars, so of course they should be the highest paid player on their teams. But they want more money than what they're making.
Sometimes we mention
They're
CBA
making
or we talk to the WNBA, we always
what are they
compare it to the
making? They're making professional minimum wage.
NBA.
They're tired of making that now.
Well, the truth is, I
They
said
want to
this
get
before,
paid.
comparison is a thief of joy. You think of revenue share and you're like, oh, they want the same. They want equal. No, they just want a fair share. They want to outpace inflation. They want to grow as the business grows. That is where things are at right now. So these women are smart. They've done the numbers. They run the numbers. I know this because I was previously on the executive committee, and everyone is playing their role to get to a point where they avoid a lockout. They keep this product on the floor. But in order to do that, you have to have conversations, and now it feels like it's been wasted time, and that's on Kathy, unfortunately.
And I said that last video too. If these players don't get paid, because again, these players feel as if that they're making professional minimum wage. They want to be paid what they're owed, just like the t-shirt says. Pay us what you owe us. They want to be paid what they're owed. And if they're not paid, we could be entering a lockout. Like the NBA had in 2000, where was that? 11, 12? We had a lockout. They don't pay. Look, CBA, let it come with an agreement, because other than that, we might not have a 2026 season. Might just have unrivaled. Who knows? But anyways, again, whose side are you on? Team Naphessa or Team Kathy? So, with that being out of the way, LeBron. So, LeBron. Let's get into this LeBron thing, right? So, yesterday, LeBron took to Twitter, as you see right here, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, Instagram, and dropped this video here. Okay, that's cool, right? So, everybody's seen the Easter eggs in this video, right? They seen the pink shirt. They seen LeBron in this pink shirt, and the last time he wore a shirt like this was in 2010 when the question was asked, LeBron, what is your decision? Oh man, this fall, man, it's very tough. This fall, I'm gonna take my talent to South Beach and join the Miami Heat. Y'all remember that when he broke the internet? All of Cleveland, it was sick. They was pissed. They burnt all LeBron gear. All them billboards LeBron had, gone. They said F Bron Bron. LeBron first came back in Cleveland. That had to have been top two most toxic game in history of basketball. Hostile environment. And then, of course, his career happened. He came back to Cleveland, won a championship. That shouldn't have happened to begin with. But I'm not here to talk about that, right? We're here to talk about this shirt that LeBron had in this interview, right? Seeing this shirt, right? And everybody was like, oh my gosh, LeBron, are you retiring? Please, LeBron, no, don't leave me. Please, LeBron, no, please don't leave me. Overly dramatic. I seen it all on TikTok, all on Instagram. I seen John Morant comment under this post on Instagram, and he was like, ah, you ain't gonna give it to me like this, Bron. You gonna retire? Everybody was scared, shaking in their boots. But one thing about me, Chad, I know LeBron. Trust me. I know LeBron. I don't know him personally, but I know how he get out. LeBron did something like this already earlier in the year, and that ended up being an ad to it. Matter of fact, let's pull that video up. LeBron made a video like this already, which is this video here.
rumors true? What's next?
And you know what this ended up being? An ad for Amazon. So I'm already knowing in my mind when I seen this and him wearing this shirt, he ain't going nowhere. And let me explain why. LeBron has already said numerous amount of times he's not going nowhere. He could cap all he wants to and say, "Oh, I'm not waiting on Bryce." Yes, he is. He's waiting on Bryce to get to the league. His second child, his youngest oldest son that's at Arizona right now. I guarantee LeBron is waiting. He could get both his sons on the Lakers so he can have this NBA Street volume. What is that? Volume 3? NBA Street Volume 3 Game Breaker with the James Gang. To Bryce. To Bronny. To LeBron! So everybody could lose their absolute brain cells. I want to say something else, but I ain't gonna say that because it's YouTube. You know how YouTube is. But anyways, let's put it like this, have a all, can't say the rest. But anyways, I want to see what this is about. Because again, if this is another ad, this video could be 40 minutes long. I'm telling you. Because where are we at right now? 16:30. This video could be almost an hour if LeBron playing with me, bro. So with that being said, let's see this Bron ad. I already know it's an ad, or he really could be retiring. Let's see. Got his Instagram pulled up, 436,000 likes. Let's see. God, this thing loud.
Well, everyone's on pins and needles across the country. You ready to go, LeBron? Where's the powder?
Left it at home.
LeBron, fans want to know where you're taking your talents this year. What's your decision?
In this fall, man, this is tough. In this fall, I'm going to be taking my talents to Hennessy VSOP.
VSOP. And this was the conclusion?
That was the conclusion I woke up with this morning.
Why?
You lucky I can't rewind. I might have to pull this up on YouTube. No, 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 no. So you mean to tell me I seen all these TikToks and Instagram posts all day yesterday for some wine? Some Hennessy? Really? Hold on. Where's that? For some Hennessy? LeBron. See, I knew it. I knew it. All y'all was sitting up here panicking, near tears crying over LeBron Hennessy? Man, come on. That's how I laugh at y'all, bro. Laughing at y'all. Cause there's no way, bro. And I could just tell based off of this. Let's finish watching this first.
VSOP. And this was the conclusion you woke up with this morning?
That was the conclusion I woke up with this morning.
Why?
I feel like it's going to give me the best opportunity to win more at hosting. Not only that, win at signature cocktails, win at having a good time, win at impressing guests, win at making memories, win at making it look easy, win at leaving people wanting more.
LeBron?
You know what? You know what? You got it. You got it. See, this is who LeBron wants to be. He wants to be an actor. He wants to be an actor. Look at this. This is a 41-year-old man. This is 100 years old in basketball years in one picture.
Appreciate it.
So he had people near you know what's crazy about this? Because I seen this yesterday. Apparently, the Lakers organization boosted, what was it, like double, almost triple the price for LeBron's supposed last game with the Lakers versus the Utah Jazz. What was it, $25? They pushed this to like almost $400 for a LeBron game. And of course, it would have been against the Utah Jazz. Just like Kobe's last game versus the Utah Jazz. Of course. But of course, as well, LeBron James, as he's said multiple amount of times, he's not going anywhere. He could say he's waiting for Bryce. He's waiting for Bryce so he can have a LeJames gang moment with all his sons. Alley oop, dunk. Just because you see him playing golf and having side quests doesn't mean he's retiring because LeBron has nothing else better to do anyway other than play basketball. So, what is he going to do when he actually retires? Go read a book? You know LeBron don't read. See, here's the thing about LeBron and reading. Have you ever noticed LeBron, when he reads a book, it's always the first page? LeBron at most will read a chapter, and that's it. Sitting there with the do-rag tied, tucked in all the way in the back, reading the first chapter of the book, and that's it. You will not see LeBron read after that. It's always the first page. That's crazy. So let me do this right. How do you conversate with a cardboard? But how does that work? Because y'all really have full-on dates. Y'all remember that, right? We talked about this during his birthday. The love poems. Y'all have the lights off, LEDs on, playing some Luther Vandross, playing some nice slow jam music, nice 5-star, full course meal with the Labobo. What's LeBron's wine? Got the La wine ready. Getting ready to take that cardboard cutout to the sheets, to the LeBron sheets. Some of y'all get out like that, bro. I know I seen it. Y'all be slow dancing, LeBron James. Oh, sick, bro. I know it, bro. Well, it's different because that's my king. I don't care if it's your king or not. It gets to a point. Do this with an actual lady, not a cardboard cutout of LeBron. I can already imagine. If LeBron actually retires, some of y'all cold showers, crying, playing Marvin's Room. Let me get y'all song. And y'all know LeBron and Drake don't even mess with each other like that. Y'all gonna be in that shower, balled up, just crying. Because LeBron's not in the league anymore. Already knowing, bro. Staring out the window while it's raining outside because there's no LeBron on TV. It's gonna be a very depressing time for the LaBoo-Boos. You know LeBron got one, right? You seen it on Kai Stream. Matter of fact, that's another thing too. So all of a sudden, LeBron rear end hurts. He was on Kai Stream, getting up some shots, throwing Ty Lil alley oops when he jumped 60 inches in the air for LeBron. Literally. It's a literal picture. I might edit it right here. Ty Lil jumped 60 inches in the air for LeBron. Caught an alley oop from LeBron. Cut off Kai's dreads. But apparently, his butt hurts. You won't see him until potentially regular season. If I'm a Lakers fan, I ain't gonna lie. Either you thankful or you might end up booing LeBron out your city. Because Kobe ain't do no stuff like this. I mean, we could be biased as a Warriors fan. Curry not doing stuff like that. But LeBron will. Especially over some La Hennessy.
Pins and needles across the country.
La Lobo wine.
You ready to go, LeBron? Where's the powder?
Left it at home.
LeBron, fans want to know where you're taking your talents this year. What's your decision?
In this fall, man, this is tough. In this fall, I'm going to be taking my talents to Hennessy VSOP.
VSOP. And this was the conclusion you woke up with this morning?
That was
Lee
the
Bamboozled.
conclusion I woke up with this morning.
Lee Bamboozled.
I feel like it's going to give me the best opportunity to win more at hosting. And not only that, win at signature cocktails, win at having a good time, win at impressing guests, win at making memories, win at making it look easy, win at leaving people wanting more.
LeBron?
So we got Lee Bartender in 2025.
Win at making memories. Win at
Lee Barista. What's that called? Barista? Lee
it
Barista.
look easy.
Lee
Win at
Barista
leaving
Boys.
people wanting more.
Lee Bartender James. Y'all really got Lee Bamboozled. Y'all thought he was retiring?
Appreciate it.
Wow. That's crazy. Anyway, let's read his comments. I'm very curious. LSK. Thank God. Thank God LeBron's not retiring. Don't ever scare us like that again. Bro, I pushed my conference call back an hour to tune into this decision. See, this is what I'm talking about. People literally are pushing back their jobs for this. And LeBron wanted to advertise some Hennessy? Oh, it gets to a point. See, this is just as bad as... Hi, how are we doing today? So, before I continue this video, let me further explain my example. Because I know how the internet gets, words can be misconstrued, and people start getting sensitive in the comment section. So let me go ahead and explain this now before we get into what I'm about to say. First and foremost, I would never disrespect the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ himself. Never. He's the King of Kings. He's the Lord of Lords. He's the Alpha and the Omega. He's the way, the truth, and the life, and nobody makes it to the Father except through him. He gave his only begotten Son, so we shall not perish, but have everlasting life. Okay? But y'all on this internet that get on here and say, guys, be ready. Jesus comes back next week. No, he's not. Stop doing that. Because that's what y'all get on here and do. And people start having anxiety that already have anxiety. You give them more anxiety. Give them unnecessary thoughts that they don't need. Getting anxious, scared, and thoughts that they don't need. Again, he's going to come back like the thief in the night. He's not going to spawn on some random Wednesday talking about, I'm here to collect. That's not happening. Just like with this LeBron situation. It takes one person to go on the internet and say, he's retiring tomorrow. And everybody, all the LeBoo-boos, all the LeBron supporters, they get on here, get anxiety, get scared, get emotional, and have thoughts that they don't even need. Especially if you know LeBron, you know he ain't retiring. LeBron ain't going nowhere. He already said he's not going nowhere. Numerous amounts of times. So, y'all should have known, could have known, well, this was an ad for something, and it ended up being for some alcohol. Yes. An alcohol. Hennessy. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and further this video, and yeah, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Maybe Thursday. Maybe tomorrow, Thursday, for game 3 of the finals. And I'm not trying to take shots at no religion or anything like that. But this is just as bad as when people try to predict the rapture. Be ready for December 25th. Jesus is coming back. Does he know that? The angels don't even know, so how do you know that? You got people waiting outside in the woods just staring at the sun. Jesus is coming. Jesus is coming. He's not coming back, bro. It's literally, it says in the book, bro, it says he comes back in the thief in the night. So what makes you think he just gonna spawn out of nowhere, bro? On a date that you picked? Come on, bro. Y'all gotta stop with this, bro. And then back to LeBron, it's like people pushing their jobs back for this, just for it to be an ad, which I knew it was. I knew it was an ad. Major marketing W. Look at, see, there go Talil right here. You put me through cardiac arrest to announce Hennessy? Even Talil, the LeGlazer himself said he want to be part of LeBron's kids. Just because his last name is James, he want to be a LeBron son. And he's not. I don't care how hard he try. I don't care if he jump 100 inches in the air. He's not LeBron's son. I don't care. Nearly almost put that man in a hospital to advertise fantasy. Oh my goodness. Elite level of trolling. I just used my PTO at work just for you to tell me you promoting Hennessy. I think you getting traded or something. Or retiring. LeBron ain't going nowhere. He already said he ain't going nowhere. He doing 24 years to acknowledge Kobe Bryant. Man, bye. So I cried for no reason. See, Jalen Edwards was about to cry in the shower. Take a cold shower, just crying, playing Marvin's Room. Just reminiscing on LeBron's entire career from high school to now. I can't believe y'all didn't see through this, bro. Because realistically, I would think somebody's going to retire or announce the retirement during the offseason. Not now. It's preseason just started. Up, well, we're 0-2. F this ish, I'm out. Yeah, nah, come on now. You really PMO with this one. You really pissed me the F off with this one. Yeah. We're gonna mess you up. Cameo TV, crisis averted. Bro, you wild as heck. I was literally crying yesterday. See, that's what I'm saying. You got all these people near tears and crying over what ended up being a Hennessy ad. Bruh. And let me you get on my nerves. This is actually this oh weak, bro. Bro made my heart stop for a minute. I knew this was gonna be an ad. I knew it too, bro. Don't pee me off this early. Yeah, cause when did this come out? An hour ago? Wow. Excellent marketing campaign. Cancel my therapy session for this. Now I need two. You know what? I'm gonna play this last part and we out of here. Y'all know this meme right here on TikTok? Y'all in your therapy sessions talking to your therapist. And then he said, I'm taking my talents to Hennessy VSOP. Wow. And then he said, I'm taking my talents to Hennessy VSOP. The whole time I'm thinking he's retiring. I'm contemplating life. What do I do? LeBron is just the greatest basketball player to exist. And then he said, I'm taking my talents to Hennessy VSOP. Yeah, bro, y'all let that man bamboozle you. Lee bamboozled. Did Henny just make another quiet contribution to society? Last time it was 2 million. This time, I ponder. Goat. Lee 41. Lee 101 years old. Man scared the F out of me. Lebate. Out here playing with people's emotions. Yeah, man, that's crazy. But anyways, I'm out of here, bro. It was a false alarm. It was nothing to be afraid about. Unless you were actually concerned thinking LeBron was going to retire today. That's not happening, bro. You waiting for Bryce so he can have that NBA Street Volume 3 game breaker from Bryce to Bronny to LeBron. That everybody lose their mind in Staples Center. It's just a show. Lee show. Anyways, I'm out of here. Again, just a quick recap of today's video. Naphessa Collier went on unreasonable conversation. What? Unreasonable conversation in LA. Talk about Kathy Engelbert some more. So that was part 4 of the WNBA versus Kathy Engelbert. Sat down with Kamala Harris in LA. And LeBron Lee bamboozled y'all and thought, maybe I get it with this. They gonna think I'm retiring. After I had already said multiple times I ain't going nowhere. I mean, he ain't got nothing else to do anyway other than play basketball. Go play golf? He just started doing that this last off season. But yeah, man, it's a false alarm. Nothing to worry about. This effort will continue. LeBron on his retirement. It sure will, bro. So Lakers fans, how do y'all feel about this, bro? LeBron is about to walk away. Not yet. The crown emoji has the internet guessing his LeBron James retirement announcement coming Tuesday. He dropped a cryptic post, the decision of all decisions. Will people hear the word that they dread? Looks like they won't. Anyways, I'm out of here, bro. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you do subscribe, it is greatly appreciated. All these NBA CCs mad at Ron because his announcement was an ad, not retirement, that went around doing dumbass shows yesterday saying that he was retiring when he never said he was retiring are wild. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He never said he was going anywhere. He already said he was playing his 23rd season in the league. So I don't know where y'all even got that from. Making all these sad TikToks of his career, TikTok edits. I already said he ain't leaving. He wants ring number 5, but unfortunately he's not getting it. So with that being said, I'm out of here. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You guys really appreciate it. Yeah.
Are the retirement rumors true? What's next?
I'm gonna see you guys in the next video.